Hey you guys, and welcome back. So if you guys are new here, my name is Jasmine, and I actually have another entrepreneur for you guys. We are in a different studio. Introduce yourself.
So, I'm Omary. I'm a nail tech. I literally work from home right now. This is like my little studio here.
I love it though. I love
yeah.
it. Inspired the wall, by the way.
Honestly, I love to draw and I love to be creative. Like one day randomly, I just cleaned the wall and I just started drawing. Like literally, it took me like a full day.
I've actually known Omary for over a year now, and I actually met her because she started doing my nails. And
I started nails just as a hobby. Like I started practicing. I got better at it as time went on, and like, I love everything about it. Just the entrepreneur life, the creativity, but I love it all. Like it's a challenge, but it's a blessing at the same time.
How did you learn to do nails?
I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught till this day. I got licensed, and they don't really teach you a lot about what you really do in nail school.
So what inspired you to like become an entrepreneur?
I've always wanted to be my own boss. I've always wanted to just have my own business and, just do what I want to do. When people ask me like, how did you do it? I'm almost like, I couldn't even tell you exactly how I did it, because you know what I mean. Like it's just like
it just happens.
It's just a path with good and bad, like, and you just keep going, and then eventually it just all comes together.
I like to ask you this question because like I think it's always so interesting how like everybody gets into entrepreneurship in a different way. But was there anybody around you that was even in entrepreneurship, inspired you? Or?
Honestly, no. Like there was no entrepreneurs around me because I know we've talked about this. We come from foreign backgrounds and Hispanic parents, and when I started this route, it wasn't the easiest because no one else in my family had done it. So, but it was inspiring, like, and it was motivation for me to keep going, because even though I didn't see anyone around me doing it, I just kind of took it upon my own hands, and I was like, let's see what I can create with this, But even though I didn't have that, of course my family like inspires me to do more, and they supported me for sure. They were my hardest critics, but they supported me at the same time.
Yeah. Like we relate so much because again, like especially with the Hispanic background, like we kind of were talking about it today, is that we have to learn so much on our own that sometimes like nobody around us knows. So that's why I'm like, it's just so inspiring for, especially as Latinas, for you to become like an entrepreneur when like there's nobody around you that's doing it.
Because there's no guidance. There's no guidance. It's all on you to learn what you want to learn and to make the connections you want to make. Like that's why I love that me and you hit it off like from the moment I met you, because we're able to guide each other. Like we don't do the same thing, but we're in a similar career path, so we're able to like understand each other and guide each other.
And that's why like I even like love bringing her on to the YouTube channel, creating content together, because I love supporting Latina women, because again, like as a Latina woman, you should be able to understand like it wasn't easy for me, so it's not gonna be easy for another woman. So
it's not.
Just to be able to help another woman out like means everything to me. That's why I told Omary, like I love that like we make content together, like we're actually about it, because I feel like that's so rare for people to actually support each other.
And from a distance too, because I met you shortly before you left to Arizona, and I was upset because I'm like, no, finally met someone. But it's been so many times where we support each other. Like me being in LA, she comes and gets her nails done. Like me being here in Cincinnati now, and she's here in town, and she's like, she hits me up and she's like, do you have any availability? Like I want to see you, and I'm over here like, girl, I got you. I'm gonna get you right. And I think it's all about effort and
that's what we talked about today, is that like sometimes you have to go hard for yourself even when nobody's watching. And like even we made like a reel, and like when I went to go see her in LA, and people were hating because they said that I got a plain set. People were just like, name another nail tech that will have somebody drive 3 hours to go to you
just for a plain set.
Like for me, it's always been so hard to find a nail tech because I'm so picky with my nail shape. So when I found Omary, I was like, I'm not letting her go. Like,
and it wasn't even just the nail shape though. It was everything. The way we talk.
It was the energy. It was everything. I feel like it's so rare to find somebody that you align with like that. This journey, like what have been some of like the biggest challenges for you?
Goes back to like the no guidance thing. Just sometimes you run into bumps where you don't know how to get yourself out of them, and you can only do whatever your intuition tells you to do. Being an entrepreneur comes with good times and bad times, and usually the bad times come out of nowhere, because if you have the ethic to work hard and you have that drive, like you're almost working 24/7, and when things come up, they usually hit you out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, wait a minute, what just happened? And then you just kind of have to like keep it going. You can't even like really take
even like spend your energy on
it. To like see how to fix it, and then just keep pushing and keep working.
But I feel like if you focus on the negative will really bring you down.
Because it's gonna come back.
Yeah, there's so much things that you could focus on, or you could be complaining about, like, you know, this is not happening, this is not happening. But same thing we were talking about today is like we have to like support ourselves even when nobody else is supporting us. Like
seriously, we're the only people who can come through for us. Like I'm the only person that can come through for me. A lot of the time I think we focus a lot on just other people, and obviously we're content creators, so we care a lot about how people are gonna like interact and how they're gonna see it, and whole time that's just a plus. That's really just a plus. Like we do what we do, and all of the social media things is just an extra, you know.
That's so important, is to like what she said is to show up for yourself, but also not be so concerned about, you know, the likes, the views, because like we even talked about it, like as long as we're helping one person, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. To know that you just influenced at least one person, you know, in a good way.
It's like a lot of people are comparing themselves to social media, and it's just like, you know, social media should be used as a way to, how can we use our voice to actually help other people, but within that, like, what do you feel has been like the biggest reward for you through entrepreneurship?
It's just given me this like load of confidence, and I feel like I've changed. Like seeing how I started and how I am now, it's helped me grow as a person, and I think that's my biggest reward, is just through the struggles and through like the good times, like I'm here and I'm a better person, and I'm a better person for my family and for my clients and like anyone who, you know, is in my circle.
What advice would you give to like any new entrepreneurs or even people in your industry?
I would say to always keep going, and I feel like people say that, but it's so true. It's the realest thing that I've done for myself, is to keep going and to be consistent and to just love yourself. Like I think if you're true to yourself and you don't care about, you know, what others think you, and then whoever wants to support you will, and whoever doesn't won't. Like that's the biggest thing I tell myself, is if I ever feel like judged or something, it's not me. Learning to love without strings attached, like without expecting anything in return. I think that's what makes you real.
And that's another thing. I feel like another like challenge for me has just been like the mindset piece, because I think that honestly, like entrepreneurship, like anybody can have a great skill, but it's not even skill that holds you back. It's the mindset that holds you back.
And the personality, the energy to validate us, and even through our families and friends, and whole time your mind is the only thing that can really like reassure
you ahead. That was so good.
That was.
Well, let people know where they can support you. I'm sure we're gonna have a part 2, because you guys can see, like, we can go on and on. Like,
you can support me through social media, of course. OG Nails. Just got done with the nails then.
Yes, these are my nails she did. They are so good.
To inspire me, and we talked about this through our nail appointment.
Thank you so much again. Thank you for doing my nails.
Thank
you. Subscribe.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. That was so good.